Alright, the one above is the king post, and then the assignment has for the second one, it tells you to do a W design right here, a W. So we did the king post straight down, now we're going to do the W design. And if we go into AutoCAD, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to copy. I'm going to select everything here. Everything is highlighted, so I'm going to right click. It says, hey, where do you want to copy it from? I'm going to left click anywhere and just pull it straight down. And right click enter. And therefore I've got my overall stuff. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to take that out of there, because we're not going to do the king post, we're going to do a W in here. So in order to do the W, I'm just going to draw a line from the midpoint of this one. If that midpoint line is not showing up, you need to go down here to your object snap, right click and turn that midpoint on. So here I'm going to go to line. I'm going to go from this midpoint, and actually I need to section off what I want to do here. I'm going to draw a line from the middle of here to the end. And what that did is I just drew a line over the top of a line. So now when I draw my line from my midpoint from here over, that will allow me to have a midpoint here in a sec. You'll see what I'm saying. I'm going to go from the line there, midpoint of here. So now if I move down, it should give me a midpoint here now, midpoint of there, to the midpoint of here, to the midpoint of there, and then back up. Now that we got our overall W design, I did notice that I did not go to the right spot here. This needs to go up to the actual part of it, or the point of it. I'm going to come back and I'm doing my offsetting again of 4 inches. I don't know if it makes a difference which way I go here or not, so I'm just going to go to the middle. To the middle. This one I'm going to go outside of it. It's just really, really slow here for me for some reason. Actually, I think that went to the inside. So I'll go to the inside here as well. You can kind of see the W shape to it here at this point. I'm going to use the trim command, see if I can just trim this stuff out relatively quick like. So I'm going to go trim. I'm going to select basically everything. Right click. That says what do you want to trim out of there. You got to think of it as being a couple different pieces of wood. Let's get that one out of there. And of course, the trim command got bumped out. None of these lines can obviously intersect, is what the key is here. Going into there. So now we've got the official W shape. And in essence now what I want to do with this one is, you know, you can go around and you look at some of the roof trusses and whatnot. They've got these little metal things that hold them together. You could obviously nail these things. I just went up to the rectangle command there. I'm just going to draw in a rectangle. I don't know how big these things would necessarily be, but that right there is basically like a metal piece that holds those things together. I'm going to type on this metal in here too. Obviously this piece of wood here should be this program is really bad for me right now. I'm gonna put these like the roof truss holders is what you call them. They're this piece of wood right here that I just drew should be touching. So obviously it would come up to here. Now that I'm moving it around, it's probably gonna get all jangly, of course. So you just need to drag that one up to where it intersects. We're gonna put these things all over on this one. This point looks a little funky. I'd probably have one of these two pieces of wood going out and touching. I mean, you obviously wouldn't have some gaps around there like that. But you've got a big metal piece here that's holding all these together as well. It's a big metal square. And then we'll put them everywhere else on this part as well. And then we are done. So the roof truss. Again, just continually do the rectangles. I don't think I necessarily have to keep going there. Rectangle sizes don't make a difference. Alright, the program's really making me mad, so I'm going to stop. You ought to have one in this corner. You ought to have one where the wood connects here, and then you need one over here as well. And all those little squares do is they are holding the wood together to form that truss. And this one up here, we could have basically said, yeah, maybe it was nailed or something. Just two different types is all. When you're done with it, let me know, and I'll look at it off the screen.